2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170. 1,025 horsepower, zero BS. Straight from their website. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, Shane here. Guys Talking Cars. Let's talk about this holy, probably SHIT level of performance off the Dodge website. 1,025 horsepower at 6,500 RPM, 945 foot-pounds of torque at 4,200 RPMs. World's quickest 0 to 60 production car at 1.66 seconds. The highest G-force acceleration of any production car, 2.004 Gs. And history's first ever 8-second factory muscle car, 8.91 seconds, estimated at 151.17 miles per hour. Now, let's give credit where credit is due. Those are some pretty impressive numbers. And you guys can read, but is that really true? Is there really zero BS going on here? Let's talk about what is not being said within the advertisement, because I was a little shocked and surprised. Those that follow Racer X, who's got a great channel, check it out, like and subscribe, because he's a really cool guy and he's got a lot of cool content. And he has an SRT Demon 170. So 151, let's call it 152 miles an hour, even though the owner's manual says that it's limited to 140 miles an hour or 149 miles an hour in drag application. Now, there's a lot of people that are not bothered by this, and there are some that are. I've gone through a couple of the forums. This one here is called the SRT Hellcat forum. And let me read some of the comments and you tell me if there's any controversy in this. This one says the original Demon was governed to 168. But again, a lot of people are saying once you remove the ECM or you do an ECM swap, there'll be no problem getting higher speeds. But they're also mentioning that maybe limit because of the tires. These are drag tires. And we're not meant for like really high top end speed for that quarter mile. This guy says, still an amazing car. Just wish some of these things would be a little bit more obviously noted with the purchase. I agree. And that's kind of the point of my video is all of those statistics, but it never once said, hey, governed at 149. Here's what I call a little bit of BS. It is certainly the quickest Demon. It's not the fastest. And they didn't disclose all the details about why it may not be the fastest. Recently, Racer X came out with a video, a very interesting video titled, How Fast Can the Demon Really Go? And basically was a little bit surprised that per Dodge's own manual, that it was essentially governed to 149 miles an hour. Now, again, I recommend you check out Racer X. He's a super cool guy. I don't know him personally, but I really like his channel. And he owns one. So he's speaking from experience. And his, I think, aha moment came when a lot of people were talking about taking their Demon 170 to the Texas Mile, where a lot of these cars are just out there and reaching crazy top end speeds. And so that started the conversation. Then Racer X reached out to Dodge themselves and they said, we highly advise that you do not take it on the Texas Mile. That is not what this car is meant for. It's meant purely for the quarter mile.
So essentially, as long as you have it in drag mode, it will exceed 149 mile an hour. If you have it in regular auto mode, it governs it.
It says specifically, you would not be able to attempt to go 200 miles an hour in the Demon 170 without making major modifications that are not advised. The Demon 170 is purpose-built, again, in bold, for quarter-mile performance. The engine, driveline, tires, ... everything was designed for that specific type of performance. They say the 2023 Challenger SRT Hellcat red-eye wide-body was optimized for events like the Texas Mile and is the fastest, in bold, mass-produced muscle car with a top speed of 203 miles an hour.
So there it is directly from Dodge. They're basically saying, look, this thing is not as fast as a red eye. Somebody sent me something from Dodge Garage, which has now been taken down, where it actually did say the Demon 170 would go 215 mile an hour. So a little bit of a weird deal.
I don't know. I don't own one. Is that a big disappointment? You pay $140,000 for a car that has 1,000 plus horsepower and can potentially reach astronomical speeds, but then you find out that it's limited. My point is the SRT Hellcat Red Eye wide body. Why would that not be the car then? Because you could get a killer quarter mile with some modifications, drag radials and some modifications, and then get a dual purpose car out of that. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I was just a little bit stunned. I think Racer X was a little bit stunned as well. Let me know what you guys think. Is the Demon 170 worth it? Knowing now what you know from this video and from Racer X, does that change your opinion? I'd love to hear back from you. Anyways, just my thoughts. I just found it a little bit stunning. Until next time, Shane, Guys Talking Cars.